Hey, everybody, welcome into the building. I can't believe it's Wednesday already. Okay, so welcome to Trending Topics Wednesday. I'm glad you're here. And you know what? This is June. And June is dedicated to the fathers. But somebody got to tell me what is going on. So I'm dedicating this night, this trending topic to the dads. Hey, dad, shout out, holla at y'all. Now, last Sunday was your day, but this month's been a little rough for the dads. A little rough for the daddies, okay? Russell Simmons, he had a rough Father's Day. We're going to talk about it. You got to let me know. Are you feeling soft and pink for Russell Simmons? He went through it on Father's Day, okay? He's on the docket. Woo, you know what's the problem too now? The dawn, what do you call it? What do you talk about? What is it with Kevin Costner? The divorces now. It's just insane. Kevin Costner, he's going through it. That wife, she not playing. She knows she signed a bad prenup, and she going to try to get money any way she can. She wants $250,000 a month for child support. Now, y'all know over here, I stand by the females. I stand by the wives, the girlfriends, the door. I do that. I stand. But girl, you making me hard, Christine. You want $250,000 a month in child support? Whew, we got to talk about it. You know, Brian McKnight, he was on the docket previously. Brian McKnight, he think if he show us the stepchildren enough, we will forgive the fact that he's disrespectful, out of pocket, and out of line to the biologicals, his biological children. He think we're going to just put a blind eye to it. But Brian, we see you. But either way, happy Father's Day, okay? Then we got Cory, Tia, the twins from Sister. Their divorce is finalized. Well, that girl won big. She ain't stupid. She a smart cookie. She don't got to pay no spousal support, no child support. And she kept the house. Holla. Shout out to Tia. All right, then we got Papoose. Ooh. Remy Ma. You know, don't beat me up for this, but good men come a dime a dozen. They hard to find. It's hard to find a good man in these streets. And then every time there's one, you got some female that don't realize it, and she breaks the man down, and then he's messed up for the rest of us. You tell me, when we start to talk about this, I want y'all to name for me one man that you know where the wife had to do a bid, had to spend time in jail, and he was sitting on the sidelines waiting for her, and he darn near did that time with that wife. No, I'm telling you, most of these men, you go to jail, they're going to be like, deuces. But nah, he did the time with her. And the rumors on the street, the breadcrumbs on the street is saying that Remy Ma, she cheated with her artist, the young buck. We're going to talk about it. But listen, guys, y'all know what I got to do. I got to board this train. I see y'all out there. Thanks for being here. I got to board. Oh, Best IBK. Come on now. Woo, I should have... More men to shout out to it's been a rough month for the dads. Come on, Best Side, hasn't it? Boozy, Jonathan Majors, right? Russell Simmons, Al Pacino, Brian McKnight, Cory, Alec Baldwin, and poor Papoose. Come on now. Man, we keep your head up, man. Keep your head up. Listen, choo-choo. That's what I needed, y'all. I'm about to board this train. Listen, here we go, everybody. I got my choo-choo. All aboard, everybody. I'm about to board this train for Trending Topics Wednesday. And like I said, we got some topics. Let me bring the people in the building that got their tickets. And I hope y'all are not hopping this train. Hit that like button. That's your ticket on this train ride. Hey, Dustin.
Hey, Diva. Number 11, choo-choo.
Thank you, Boo. Always buying that ticket, Dustin. I love you. Thank you.
Yeah,
Hey,
I love you too, Diva.
Hey Diva, I love how you're doing the month of the fathers thing, but we're not going to discuss the horrible mothers as well. For May, we didn't do that, so
Oh, maybe I had to
keep
backtrack.
the energy the same.
Or keep the energy to say. Well, the mamas had a good month. The dads seem to be having a rough month. So
no, the mamas have had a bad month too.
Oh, you got to remind me.
The mamas have had a bad month too. We can't forget about that.
Oh, okay now. Hey, in my opinion.
Hey, Diva.
Hey, Leo.
Hey, Diva.
Hey, the
Choo
dog. Choo. Hey,
What's going on, everybody? I had to change my avatar to Eric Mays because
I see you and the Leo done changed y'all avatar.
I think tonight is going to have to be some truths that are going to hurt some feelings.
I appreciate you. I'm glad you on this panel. We need to hear your words.
It's gonna. I think I'm gonna step on a few toes tonight. So, and Eric Mays is not afraid to go there. And neither am I.
Oh my!
Well, hey Eric. Okay, we're gonna go there, honey. I got my tea. Adele. Hey, Adele.
Hello. Oh, Adele gonna be ready for you.
Hey, Shan.
Hey,
choo.
My
baby.
Hey, Mary Opinion. I'm so happy you're on. Hey, guys. Hey, my VIP sister Leo. We all VIPs. Period.
Hi, Shan.
Hey, Diva.
The VIP is
I
in
love
the building.
your top. Very pretty. I love a one shoulder, honey.
Honey, you gotta give it to them every now and then. Hey, Chef Kev.
Oh my God.
Hey, what's up? How you doing?
Chef Kev really finna give it to you. Is the bar open? Is it an open bar, Chef Kev?
Always the open bar.
Oh, sucks now. I'm gonna have to get security because once the bar and the food court is open, y'all cut up. Hey, no filter. Hey, no filter. Can you hear me? You're in the building.
I think she's on mute.
All right. Well, she's on mute, but she's in the building. So let me tell you right now, the train is packed. We got full house, people, and make sure y'all hit that like button. We're going to get into this right now, right quick, because we got a lot to talk about here. Okay. Everybody's glad that the bar is open and they're asking for their drinks already. Diva, I have a feeling this train is going to be all the way off the track tonight. LL,
let me say something.
Drink chef up here. Okay, now listen, let's get started. All right, guys. So we're going to go ahead and start with Russell Simmons. So everybody give me a minute. Just mute yourself while I just give everybody an update on what happened with Russell Simmons. Okay. So how the whole debacle started with Russell Simmons. We had Kimora Lee's daughter, Ming, okay, who posted Happy Father's Day to her mama, not her dad. She posted a Happy Father's Day in her stories to her mama, and Russell Simmons had his panties in the bunch. He was pissed about that. And a lot of men, they do get upset when females want to say Happy Father's Day to other females. They're like, you're not a dad, like stop. But the females feel like, you know what? I took on the role of mother and father. So if you want to shout me out for Father's Day, shout me out. Say Happy Father's Day to me. So listen, when the grown folk resort to what these age the children do, this generation, their communication happens on social media. They get pissed, they get to go on Twitter and they put out their grievances, right? And everybody chimes in. But when you're of my generation and somewhere close to it, the last thing you should be doing is fighting on the social media. But I'll get back to the moral of the story, okay? So the daughter puts up that, and it started a whole world spin, okay? Daughter puts that message up, and then Russell Simmons puts up a message, and he's like, listen. Ask why the fathers got to work so hard to see their kids. And then Kimora Lee Simmons had enough. That daddy's in Bali. He sure is. Come on now. So Kimora Lee Simmons, she went to live on the Instagram. That live was almost an hour and change long. I think it was long, and she was crying, boogers coming out her nose. She's going off saying, "It's time for me to tell the truth. This man is messy. I've been helping him. I've been helping him live. He don't money." It was all kind of accusations. Now, while Kimora was on live, then the daughter gets on the live. And the daughter gets to chiming in. My daddy don't love me. My daddy cut me off on the funds. My daddy. He's been manipulating me for years. That I'm on anxiety meds. You know, and it went back and forth. Then they started showing, what do you call it? They started showing videos. They started showing videos of Russell Simmons screaming, but they muted it. Thank God they muted it. I think it would have been a bigger mess if they let the voice play. But people interpreted, they read his lips. And they said, he said, "I'm broke. Your mother stole all my money. What do you want from me?" It was a hot, flaming mess. I'm not pulling up all those videos because all the rants and the videos were very long. But now moving to today, the people are split down the middle. Some are siding with Kimora, saying he stole your innocence. He got with you when you was a baby and took advantage of you. And I'll say it lightly because this is YouTube. And then others are saying that Kimora did steal his money. But let me say this, whether she stole the money or not, when you had Def Jam, Fat Farm, you was part owner in Baby Fat, and you had millions and millions of dollars. You had the Rush debit card that people claim they got robbed from that. So you robbed some people in your life too. So it's the rob.
What was it called again, Diva? You said that credit card, that debit card. What was it called again? Repeat that name again.
Rush card.
It was the Rush card.
It wasn't just him. It was a whole bunch of these people. It was even the brat. Oh.
Okay, but hold on now. Just hold on 1 second. But either way, all I'm saying is you had access to millions and millions and millions of dollars. Did you not invest? Did you not set up a 401k for yourself, a pension? When you want to get on something and crying about you don't have no money, Russell, and you had access to millions, cry me a river.
Living above your means. Hashtag.
Okay. And then you fled to Bali because of some accusations, but I don't even want to go down that road. Some serious accusations. And that's why you fled. Now, it ain't our problem that now the money is gone. It happens. Stuff happens in life. It is what it is. And let me say this too. Somebody got to tell me who's Gary. Because Kimora Lee adopted a little boy named Gary. But she was telling Russell Simmons, you need to thank me for taking care of all these kids and adopting Gary. We got to look more into about Gary. What about Gary? But we ain't here for that right now. We're here about this whole family debacle and the dads getting a hit in the month of June on Father's Day. Dustin, I'm going to start at the top with you. What do you think about this Russell Simmons situation?
I think it's
Dustin, you sound like a robot.
Yeah, Dustin, you sound like a robot.
I think it's a hot. Hear me now?
Maybe go out and come back in, Dustin.
You sound robotic.
Yeah, you does. Okay, Sebastian, you go.
Okay. First, I'd like to put a disclaimer on what I'm about to say because I know people are going to have a whole bunch to comment on because we're playing with fire in this. What's going to come out? Whatever I say is not reflective of Diva nor anyone on the panel.
Oh my God.
It is my opinion solely, and if others agree, don't come for them. Actually, don't come for anyone because on this channel, Diva has a platform where she allows people to speak their minds freely. Don't come for no one. Just come for the conversation.
The conversation. All right, now go ahead. Come on now, Sebastian.
Okay.
Go ahead now.
I had to get that off.
This is who we talking about, Russell and Kimora.
Number one. This child, actually, no, I want to address this to my generation because Aoki's around my age. So the world of social media is not our therapist, okay? It's not our therapist. We cannot be quick to jump on IG Live, Twitter, and etc. We can't be doing this nonsense. We just can't. One, because it impacts our future when we go into the world of social media and put a whole bunch of ish out here. Second, this story has a lot of gaps. This whole thing happened within the course of a day, in a few hours. Too many holes, too many that are that we can't understand well. Now we're gonna get to the money part. Russell Simmons made financial mistakes.
Yes. Come on now.
Russell Simmons made financial mistakes.
Yes, he did.
He is wrong, but it's not the first time people make financial mistakes, so we can't hold him accountable for that. One of the biggest financial mistakes he made was marrying Cory Simmons. Being involved with Diva, stop. Was being involved with Cory Simmons. We cannot sit here and act as if she's all innocent. Yes, she was a child, allegedly, when she got with him, which is 100% wrong. He's an adult. He should have never been around no child.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay.
No child. He should have never been around no child. But also, her mother should have never allowed this nonsense. Her parents should have never allowed this nonsense. You cannot be in it with you cannot be supporting a child being with a predator, allegedly, if he was above the age.
So Sebastian, I need to reel you in for a minute. Let's do current moment right now. They're accusing Russell of being a deadbeat dad. That's what we're summarizing this to. They're accusing
Russell of being a deadbeat dad. Okay, we're gonna drop this in real quickly right now.
Yeah.
Number one, this is not the first time we hear little children crying about their rich little kids crying about their daddy cutting them off. We're gonna go there, Diva. Yes, this is not the first time. We need to stop acting like it's a whole big deal. It's not the first time a rich girl gets cut off by daddy's money. It's not the first time daddy cuts off a rich girl's credit card nor her debit card. Come on now. We're acting as if he's A-ing her. We're acting as if he's beating her. No. This is called discipline. This is what it's called. And parents have the right to do that if they want to cut off their child. They have that right. Because sometimes children do need to learn how to make income themselves. Because once they just depend off of a parent, they'll never be able to grow into an adult.
Well, Sebastian, I'm about to move on, but just to give you a visual, they showed a video, they muted it, where Russell was blacking out on the daughter.
That is disrespectful and wrong. He should have never dragged the mother into this situation. I agree with that 100%. He should have never have dragged the mother in this situation. You do not drag the mother in. I don't like when parents inflict their issues with their spouses who they share children with in children and parents adult conversations. It is the most dumbest thing. I don't like when people do that. They should not be doing that at all. But also, we cannot lie and forget the fact that when you are in rage, things come out, words come out, thoughts come out.
Hold your thoughts, Sebastian. In my opinion, jump in this conversation. What are your thoughts?
First of all, let me start off by saying, Sebastian, no. Okay.
Don't come hard for me tonight.
Yes, I'm gonna have to, baby case, because first of all, Russell Simmons knew better. If his problem is with Kimora, take it up with Kimora. Do not take it out on your daughters. She was right. Daddy need to talk to mama about mama issues. You shouldn't be telling your daughter that your mama and her husband stole all the money. Tell them to find my money. You tell them to find your money then. Don't bring me in your issues. Either you are or you not. Either you gonna be my daddy or you not. But I'm not your lawyer and I shouldn't be your go-between. Okay? Have some accountability. Put on your big boy drawers like you been doing when you was sleeping with her when she was 15 years old. Put on them dang
Allegedly.
big boy drawers and man up.
Well, we know he's not a big boy because if he was a big boy, he would have just definitely stayed in the U.S. And if those accusations were becoming credible and became charges, he would have stayed in the U.S. But instead,
Well, according
he's
to
a little
Tasha K,
itch.
the federal government coming for him, and the FBI can't expedite him from where he at. She
No,
said
they
he should have
can't.
went to Cuba. She said he
Well,
should have went to Cuba.
Okay,
no,
so
he's not going to be extradited either.
So hold on, guys. We got other people that got to get into this conversation. Leo, what are your thoughts?
I definitely agree with, in my opinion, but I do think the man is cracking up. I do believe he is under a pressure point, like a strong pressure point. But he definitely has to do better towards his kids. Show it off like that. I don't find it acceptable to blame the children for what you and your ex-wife, keep in mind, got going on. How does that work? How you got to scream and holler at the grown children, because they are grown. That the kids they have together are grown children, but still, it's still not acceptable to speak that way to your children over some marital issues that you know that the mother of your children y'all got going on. Yeah, it's immature and it's unprofessional. And another thing too, I also think that with him being out of the country and facing the charges that he would face if he was in this country, I think that's weighing on him too. I think it's all weighing on him too.
Oh, sure it is, because you're out.
But you reap what you sow.
Your family is there. You do reap what you sow.
Right.
And none of your family's there. He's cracking up. But you know what, though? You still don't have the right to speak to your kids like that. No filter. What are your thoughts? No filter, are you there? All right,
You on mute?
You're on mute. I'm about to move on. Chef Cab, what are your thoughts?
Okay, I got a lot of this to unpack here. There are a lot of single men or single fathers, and we don't celebrate Mother's Day. So I don't understand why single mothers gotta emasculate themselves to be a father. You know, that doesn't make any sense to me. I've never known a single man to say celebrate Mother's Day and give me a Mother's Day. Give me a Mother's Day. You know, I just don't understand that. The second part is if she has an issue with a father, then she needs to talk to her father. Going on social media and doing that, you know, is very juvenile. You know what I mean? I don't know her age. But I think she graduated college.
Harvard.
Yeah.
She's 20.
But the thing is, being educated doesn't mean you're smart. And so what she did was not smart. And so, you know, it's very immature. If she has an issue with her dad, she can take it with her dad. His problem was responding to it. I would have never responded to it.
Agree.
You know, you already, if you're going to think, if this is what you think, this is what you think. I've seen the social media thing. Your best bet is not to say nothing. That's your best bet. I don't care if you are the average Joe or you are Russell Simmons or who or the who's who. Your best bet is not to respond. And so, and then her mother getting up there doing the video, you know, it's not like throwing gasoline on a fire. And so this is a whole bunch of mess. Whatever happened between y'all, you know, if you know, and I'm not condoning underage relationships, but you married him and had his kids. Why you bringing it up?
Oh my!
You married him and had his kids. Why you bringing them up? He bought you fat farm.
Spike my tea.
He bought you baby fat. He bought you baby fat. That was your cash cow. He put that in your hand. That's you. Okay, so you live in a life that you never built yourself.
Oh my
He
God.
built that life for you, and he paved the way. So wherever you got on the train, you was already. It wasn't like you starting a business and you got no. You know how you say take a risk. What was your risk? He was your backing. So it's not like you took a risk, took a loan from a bank, put up your house, took out loans. You married a man who already was worth over 100, 200 million, and he built you a company. Ooh, you know what I mean? So if it was Steve Joe from Brooklyn who was working at as a sanitation, she wouldn't have got with him. She got with him because of the money he was making. So let's keep it real. And so I'm not because I don't condone it, but like I said, you married him, gave him 2 babies, if I'm correct, and that's what it is. So putting your business on social media is a mess. Trust me on that one. You know, and they should know better, both of them. For you, I mean, you got to have some type of people around you, publicists or something, to say this is not what you do. You know what I mean? It's just a messy situation. That's all I got to say on that one.
Well, the Don, what are your thoughts?
So you all brace yourself.
Oh my God.
Because I'm about to say some things that are going to hurt people's feelings.
The table.
and I know the comments are going to go off. I know the people on the panel are going to go off. And I'm a big boy.
Oh,
I can handle it. It is trifling and asinine to wish a mother happy Father's Day on Father's Day. Chef Kev said it nicely. I'm not. There are so many fathers that do it right. Let us have that day. Mothers have Mother's Day. Mothers can be the most fantastical mothers out there. I know plenty of them. Give them that day on Mother's Day. But to not correct your children on Father's Day, to let them know I am not your father. I am your mother, and I'm doing the best I can. Give me my praise on Mother's Day. It needs to be corrected.
Okay.
Leave Father's Day to the good fathers and the good men out here that are doing their jobs for their children.
Let the church say amen.
Now I'm going to move on. I'm going to build them up before I tear them down.
Okay.
Oh Lord.
You already tore them down.
Russell Simmons.
Build them up before you tear them down. Wow.
Yeah, absolutely. Russell Simmons and Cory Simmons build an amazing business together. Fat Farm and Baby Fat were staples in closets across urban and white households in the late 90s, 2000s. Everybody had an Argyle sweater. All the girls had Fat Farm on the back of their jeans on the pockets. Everybody had Fat Farm shirts. It was everywhere. They were extremely business savvy, both of them. Cory had that great show. She had her kids on there promoting them. They were poised to be in this business area. Russell Simmons came from hip hop royalty. His brother is in Run DMC. He's been there in the hip hop space for a long time. He has, he planted his seed as far as the business acumen a long time ago. But then it took a turn. Russell Simmons, we all know that he likes younger women. He said it himself. So there's not too much alleged that we can put on it when he said it himself.
Right.
And that's a problem. That's a problem when you're an older man, 35, and you like teenagers. That's a huge problem for me. There are grown women out there that can give you something that you can feel, in the words of En Vogue.
Oh, damn.
Amen.
You don't need a teenager.
Shut the drink cart down now. Hold on one second, Nadal. I'm gonna let you finish. Sheila,
Diva, I need the extra shot for this one.
Sheila, thank you so much for the super chat. She said facts. All right, go ahead, Nadal, because y'all shaking the train.
You don't need a teenager for that. What are they going to give you? They have no maturity. They have nothing to give you. No conversation. They haven't lived. So everything that you're telling her is like you're her father whispering in her ear, and that's a problem. But then I turn to her parents. Why did you say okay? Why did you allow your young girl to date this 35-year-old man and you knew about it? That's an issue. Now, moving on a little bit to this video that was recorded and coincidentally muted. There's some things that are missing in this video. We're all seeing that he said that he was broke and that your mother stole money from me, which in fact he did file a lawsuit against her in 2018 when she stole 400 million shares of the Celsius company to bond out her husband.
Yeah. Oh God.
She stole that money. So when he said your mother stole that money, he was telling the truth. And I've said it before, women, you can't be mad when you drop kibble and you pick up a dog. You've had Russell.
Wait, I missed it. What did he say? Repeat.
I said women, you can't. I said women, you can't be mad when you drop kibble and then pick up a dog.
And
You married Russell. You married Desmond. And then you married this other guy. All three of them turned out to be bad men. So why did you pick 3 bad men? You were good and grown then. It wasn't no childhood. You were a good grown woman. Was it because they were rich?
She worked hard for the money to done.
Drop it low, spread it wide.
Oh my God.
And then when you're a 20-year-old Harvard graduate, it's time to get a job.
Oh my God.
Ask your mother who has married 3 millionaires and gotten child support through the years for $100.
Oh my God.
If your dad cut off your rush card. Because since you wished her happy Father's Day on Father's Day.
That was all the daughter done. Ming wished her.
Yeah, but you know, let go to her since she's the ultimate provider. Stop going to this toxic individual that's hurting your feelings. Even if he's your dad, he has some internal stuff that he needs to deal with. But like I said, that video was muted for a reason. There's some things on that video that she did not want us to hear. It is easy to unmute a FaceTime video. And that's all I got to say about that.
Good God. Okay. Is it too late to take Russell Simmons off the docket? Is it too late?
Yeah, it's too late, baby.
All right, Shan, you're up.
I don't even know what to say after that sermon. You know what? I'm gonna speak based on the daughter. I really wish she did not make that video because now it's out there forever. Like, she's only 20. For the rest of her life, us messy people, we gonna be like talking about it, you know. And my thing is, what was the reason? What was the reason? Like, why come to the internet? Diva, remember how you said last week if we caught
she
you
said
on
she was putting it out there because he was finna cancel her jobs in the modeling industry.
I mean, listen, maybe
12th
she got
November,
the
we'll
job
definitely be doing
easy,
it.
but she did say the name got her the jobs and the name make her lose her job. So maybe she want to try to find her own way, on her own. But if he's a trifling father, he's a trifling father. I don't know if he's a trifling father or not, but I wish she would have just let her mom made the video and deal with it. I wish she would have not made a video because it just, if she wants to have a relationship with him in the future, it's always going to be that video, and if I was him, I would be like, F you too, you know what I mean? But at the same time, I understand she must really be hurt to go on the internet because you don't really hear about the kids like that. Like, they're not bad kids. I mean, I don't know, obviously, but you don't really hear anything about her kids on the internet. So I feel like she probably felt like this was her breaking point, but I wish she would have called all the therapists in California first, before she made this video, because now it's on the internet forever. And
Well, she
so
said she has anxiety every time she talks to her dad on the phone,
I
so
wouldn't
she's
have
seeing a
talked to him.
therapist.
Listen, I blocked my cousin for like 6 months before, and I
She
know that's
said
messed
she
up.
said she blocked him. He calls the grandma, the boyfriend, all her college friends.
She did say that, yeah. I don't know. To
Diva.
me, if she don't want to be like, listen, I'm not blaming her because listen, if he ain't ish, he ain't ish. And he has a right to be called out. Like, we need to call out these parents, both women and men, who ain't ish. You know what I mean? So I just wish there wasn't a video because it's like, it's not going to solve anything. All it's going to do is have us be gossiping about her, which, it's fine.
Well, you know what? He did apologize. He did apologize.
Oh, he did?
After that video, he did apologize and say that, he loves them. And they're the best thing that ever happened to them. And I'm kind of summarizing it.
Mm-hmm.
And he's sorry that he yelled and he got out of control.
I
think that,
okay.
Yeah, I think what happened was they were sick of the behind the scenes stuff and him acting a different way for the face of the people, but treating them a certain kind of way behind the scenes. And that's why they was like, enough is enough. And Kimora started first,
right?
Came out with her video. And she didn't know the daughter was live. I was in her watching her video too, and I kept saying, go check on your daughter. Your daughter's crying. But
yeah,
the comments for her was going too fast, and somebody said the comments were delayed. When she finally saw that everybody was saying, go check on your daughter, she did get off the live. Let me move, Dustin.
Just one more thing.
Yeah, sure.
I totally think they have the right to call him out. But right. I just wish, like I said, she would have just let her mom do the video, because now this is something that's going to follow her forever. And it doesn't solve anything. So I hope they can move past this.
Mm-hmm.
And you see, the other daughter stayed quiet when she started this. I would have been her too. I would have just stayed quiet because the internet ain't ish, But it's good content for us to talk about. So right. I hope they do work it out and move forward.
Right. I do too. Dustin, what are your thoughts? Dustin, your sound is still messed up again. Dustin, try one more time to go out and come back in. I really want to hear your thoughts, but your sound is messed up.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, that's better.
Okay. Father's Day is a very touchy subject for me because my father don't want nothing to do with me, so that's kind of a touchy subject. So
sorry to hear that.
Yeah,
I'm sorry. My father's a deadbeat too. I feel you, Dustin. Sorry to hear that.
That's okay. I'm used to it, but I'm just saying that it's a very touchy subject for me.
Mm-hmm.
Because I always been used to this, but when people talk about Father's Day, it's a very touchy subject for me. So
all right. So
I don't have any comments on this topic. You can move on to that next topic, Diva. I'm sorry. I just have a very touchy subject for me.
You're fine. Okay. The sheikh said the Bible verse doesn't just say honor your parents. It also says, fathers, do not provoke your children to anger, but bring them up in discipline and instruction of the Lord. All right. Come on now.
I have a question for you, Diva.
Who's that?
Sebastian.
Sebastian is trolling.
Hold on, guys, because I got to get to some people that didn't speak. I just got a couple more. No filter. What are your thoughts?
I agree with everything that was it LaDon who just spoke. I couldn't have said it better. I agreed with everything that he said.
Well, boom, there it is. Leo, what are your thoughts?
Diva, I already spoke, darling. It's Adele's turn.
Okay, thank you. Adele, what are your thoughts?
I'm gonna say this first because I think we probably know 1% of everything that they know. And I think I want to say that first because I'm going to say what I think based on that very 1%, which is not very much. On top of it, I feel like Russell was a shark out there to these young girls. And not to spend too much time on that, I just feel his karma brought him a baby shark. Okay?
Woo!
And she gave him exactly what he was looking for. And before he realized what he was in, she had him by whatever she had him by, and he couldn't go get away. Until this day, I think she has a power over him that he doesn't know what to do with because they're connected by their kids, right? And I think they have one of those relationships that is so intertwined for so long that they can't really separate. They can't really do much without each other, especially now that they have kids. That being said, I think Kimora is a certain person, and I think maybe she does stuff without even realizing. Even on her show, the way she talks to her kids, there's not much she doesn't say to them. And I think wittingly or unwittingly, she has made him a monster in their eyes. I don't believe, even if you're a single mother, you should take the claim of a father. Being a child and youth worker and working with kids, I understand how deep it goes for a child not to have a dad already. And for them, when the mom is alone, I don't think it's a big deal necessarily in that situation where the father is non-existent. But when the father is there, no matter if he's a piece of father or whatever, don't talk him. Don't make him be a mess, especially if he's already a mess. It's like every time you do it, you're taking a piece of that child, and whether you know it or not, it's going to be a lifelong damage. I look at her, she just graduated from Harvard, and it's very difficult for me to see her because when I was in my teens, I feel like I was more mature than her right now.
Like, let me add this. Let me just throw this in there.
Well, she's only 20 to be
that's
fair.
right. But she's only 20. But you got to understand, right? When you have a famous parent, you have a famous parent that up until a certain point, most of Russell Simmons' life was not only just loved, but very well known. And like the Don said, they were like icons. He had Fat Farm. He did the comedy Def Jam. That's Russell Simmons in them, if I'm not mistaken, right? Def Jam, which they used to have the comedy here. That's Russell Simmons in them. So you have a father that is very well known in the industry. And what you have to understand is what the father is being accused of, unfortunately, that's some industry standard mess. I don't want to get too far off the track, but Harvey Weinstein got away with it for years. The one that went to jail and allegedly took his own life. But you have others that are still running around here that take advantage of young females, and that seems to be what they do in Hollywood. It's the norm.
I'm glad you brought that up.
I'm gonna let you back in, Adele, but give me 1 minute. Not for nothing, is rumored that Jay-Z got with Beyonce when she was young. This is some entertainment industry standards, and it happens outside the industry too. But the point I'm trying to make is this young lady has a dad who is loved by the world, and then he is well known, and he's behind the scenes torturing y'all allegedly. Now, let's say this. She might have muted the video, but he was still blacking out. So what I'm saying is their claim was this has been going on for years. And we want to talk about maturity. I don't want to be fresh, but I want to throw this out there. In everyday life, there are some individuals that they're in their 40s and they're still extremely immature. So you want to talk about a young lady who is only 20. Only 20. She graduated at 20. So when you go into college, most people are 18. So what, 19, 20, what are they, really juniors or whatever? They normally graduate at 21 if they do everything on time. And even those, when they come out of school, they're still not the most mature people in the world. All I'm saying is her putting her emotions out there on social media is the norm for her generation. Listen, we just saw last week in the trending topics, you had Anita Baker, 65, and Brian McKnight, 60 whatever, fighting on Twitter. Anita Baker going back and forth with fans. If I were Anita Baker, the icon of R&B, the one who initially came out for my era and made short hair a thing, and you think I'm going to sit there and go on Twitter and be going back and forth with a fan? Not I, but Anita Baker did. So we got this young...
Everyone needs to take the Beyonce approach.
Right, but that part. But you got this young girl that's only 20. I don't want to put all of this on her back. She had an emotional moment. On top of that, the girl said every time she talks to the father, she has anxiety. And she has to take medication.
I think I'm a child health worker and counselor, and I think you didn't understand what I was trying to say. I do see what you're saying is completely right, but we're saying it as response to what I said when I haven't finished. I didn't say what I was trying to say.
Go ahead.
It's okay. So what I was trying to say is I am noticing that a lot of kids these days, they're taking medication and they're very sensitive about certain things. And I'm not saying she doesn't have reason to be sensitive. I'm not saying what they're saying is not true, but I also don't know it to be true. That's why I said we know 1%. And when you're talking to something that you know 1% of, you're never sure whether or not you're right or not. So just keep that in mind. I'm just responding to what we're responding to. So to me, she comes off, even at 20, as being a little bit immature. There's a sense there. I'm not trying to diagnose her or not at all, but if you graduate Harvard at 20 years old, there should be a little bit, not necessarily, maybe what we were seeing is what she's responding to based on the relationship she has with her dad, and it was come across being more immature. But I have seen some of her other videos as well. I just didn't see this one because she even talked to her dad. Their video talks are online, so I saw some of those talks as well. And maybe he was doing, like she said, that public face in public. All of that is part of it. But my whole point that I was trying to make is that I believe that there is some manipulation there, whether on both sides, better on one side, and she shouldn't have been involved in any of their business in the first place. It should have been a mom and dad business, but at the same time, because she is involved, I don't believe there should be, even if everything that he was accused of, he did it, let her discover all the negatives on her own in a certain way.
What you don't understand is, Adele, let me hold on 1 second. What you don't understand is she did discover it on her own. She experienced these things for herself. But let me just throw this out there. First of all, hold on 1 second. Sheila, thank you so much for the super chat. I think he only apologized because it was live. Sheila, I do agree with you 100% wholeheartedly. But let me say this. What we got to understand is you could be book smart and still not have a certain maturity level.
Come on, Diva, tell them about it.
Now, just because you book smart don't mean
Absolutely.
that every other area in your life you have risen to the top to. That's just a point blank in a period. So all I'm saying is that, when you have two parents, that is why it's so important when parents break up. Now, when we get to this Cory Hardrict, if we get to this story, when parents break up, it's so important that they think about the kids. because you will F your kids up, for lack of a better word, if you are messed up and all you two is keep going with back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth with each other, the kids will be the collateral damage. So I don't want to put this idea out there because I graduated Harvard or Yale or Harvard College or whatever. All of a sudden, I'm so smart. All of a sudden, I know what to do with my money. All of a sudden, if my mother's in trouble, I know how to help my mother and my father, my this. That don't mean all that. You graduated.
She probably grew up very sheltered too.
Yeah, come on. You did the program that you went to school for, but that doesn't all of a sudden accelerate you to maturity in all other levels of life. I could be book smart and don't know how to date boys, and the first boy I date, I fall for it, and it's a whole hot mess. I could be book smart and don't know how to manage my money. I could be book smart and don't know how to do this, that, and the other. So that's why most of these colleges, they want a well-rounded student. The reason why they say they want a well-rounded student and not just a student who is smart in the books is because that's what's going to make you excel in life. If you was able to study and still be in a sport and go hang out with your friends and do this and do that and so forth and so on. I got to move on, Adele. Hold on.
Can I just say one thing?
I need to let other people in the building. Hold on.
But let me just say one thing before I move on. Yes. I think I was trying to say I didn't really get to it, but that's okay. We'll leave that for what it is. But for me, there's something that I go on in life, and it's in Proverbs. It says, first you get knowledge, but after you get knowledge, you need to get understanding. After you get understanding, you get wisdom. That's what I go with. So I would never believe that because she goes to college, she went to college or university. I'm a very not a surfacey person. I go to levels so that I can try to understand. And again, that's why I said 1%.
You going in and out, Adele, and then you muted yourself, Adele. I'm with Ebony K. Thank you for the super chat. She tried to speak with her dad, Russell, about her concerns, and he dared her. Hello now. He dared her to take her concerns public. So she finally did. He's manipulative. He's manipulative. Who did I miss? No filter. Did I come to you?
Yes, you did. And I
David, can I say one thing before you move on?
Yes.
I really wanted to say this before, but I forgot. The one thing that really irks me that she said every time she speaks to him, basically he's always dogging the mom out. Like, my father was not a good father, but my mom always said it. And when I said, oh, I'm not talking to him, whatever, he's a deadbeat, he's a this, da-da-da-da, my mom will always say, that's still your father, right? So I feel like he shouldn't be, doing that. He shouldn't be talking bad about her mom to her. They both shouldn't be doing that. And I feel like that's what started the real issue between them. I feel like she was probably dogging him to the children, and he was dogging the mom to them. And then that's what happens when you put kids into your relationship about issues, and then they have to pick a side. And it's clear she picked her mom's side, right? Allegedly.
Well, we don't know that for sure, though. We don't know that for sure that he has been dogging out the mother.
That's why I said
nor
allegedly.
His mother.
That's what she said, though.
Because as Adele said, we only see 1% of the things.
About her mom
hold on 1 second, because I'm gonna pull the train right into the next stop. But hold on 1 second. Best stop, BK. And listen, this to everybody too, right? Here's the other problem too. Everybody's saying, well, if we go public for $100, the $100 was the straw that broke the camel's back. The $100 wasn't really the issue.
And you could tell the $100 wasn't the issue. That girl was hurt.
Yeah, there was a whole lot going on before that. I will say this: at the end of the day, I pray. Harvard is $320,000 for 4 years of learning. Come on, best stop, BK.
And she said her daddy did not pay for none of it.
Yeah, but you know
I would have had to go to regular college because there's no way.
Yeah.
Excuse me, I have a question to ask. Number one, Dawn literally has spoken about the businesses and the money that has contributed to Cory Simmons' current assets. So the father did not pay for the $320,000 for 4 years of learning at Harvard, but the businesses that the father helped build with the mother, which currently causes the mother to have money to be able to do these things, definitely had to contribute.
But she didn't don't do that.
Hold on.
We're going there.
Cut security. I'm moving to the next stop. We're done. Wish Russell Simmons Cory Simmons, Aoki, me, and the whole tribe of kids over there underneath Kimura's watch, all the best. We will keep our eyes to this story and see what happens, okay? We're moving on. Let's go.
Eva, can I say something real quick, please?
Real quick, please.
I just said I hope everything gets better with Russell Simmons, and I hope everything gets sorted out. I know as her father, he needs to do what a father needs to do. That's what I was gonna say earlier, but like I said, it's a very touchy subject. But I was gonna say that and get it out.
Right. Okay. So let's keep it moving. So we're going to the next stop. You know, Kevin Costner, he did the right thing. Let me say this to everybody out there. I don't care if you make $10. I don't care if you have 50 cents in the bank or $1 million in the bank. If you're not already married and you're about to get married, get yourself a prenup. You know, Mama Joyce from the Real Housewives of Atlanta, at first I was like, she's being messy. But sometimes some lessons you don't learn until later on. It hits you, it slaps you across the face. And now as I'm seeing these different people go through the things that they're going through, I'm like, a prenup is the answer. And get you not just a prenup, an ironclad prenup. All right. So we're going to move on to Kevin Costner. Now, Kevin Costner, he got burnt by his first marriage. The first marriage, he was devastated. The wife got $80 million. You heard, $80 million. And she got the house. So you know what? Kevin Costner was like, not next time. So the next time before he got married, he said, sign this prenup, okay? Sign the prenup. And, you know, once you sign the prenup, then we could get married. And the prenup was ironclad. Well, Christine, his current wife, she, you know what? She knew she signed a prenup. But now she mad. She asked for the divorce, not Kevin. She asked for this divorce. And part of that prenup said, you got 30 days to vacate the property if it's a wrap. So Kevin Costner is up in the court telling, I want her out. He's kicking the kids out with her, and he's giving them moving money, housing money, and whatever. Now, this chick wants $250,000 a month for child support. Now, y'all know I stand by the ladies over here, but even I'm saying, good gosh, $250,000? That's a lot of darn money. Not only does she want this $250,000, let me just make sure no ads pop up here. She wants $250,000 a month in child support, but in addition to that, she like, you still need to pay everything. So how much money does it cost to raise Kevin Costner's 3 children? Nearly $250,000 a month, according to Kevin's estranged wife, Christine. The 49-year-old is asking the courts to award her $248,000 a month in child support, according to the documents that they got. Christine wants to get paid, okay? She said that, and she actually said that that's actually giving him a break, okay? She said because it costs more. Not only that, she wants the $250,000 a month. Plus, she said she wants him to still pay for the private school, still pay for the healthcare, still pay for all of their sports and all of that. She not playing. This chick wants the money. She's a show me the money type of chick, okay? So she wants $250K a month in child support. And I'm like, good gosh. I don't know. This is kind of update to our previous story. I'll go ahead, Sebastian, and start with you. What are your thoughts? Are we going to give her this $250,000 a month?
As I said, we're going to have to do this disclaimer again. Today is not going to be a good day for what's going to come out of my mouth about these situations. So brace yourselves, everyone. You're going to have to just suck it in and accept what I have to say. Number one, modern day feminism has made it so weird how when a man asks for a prenup now, it's a problem. It's, oh no, he doesn't trust me. Oh no, absolutely not. I'm not signing that. But when a woman does, we're like, yeah, go girl, protect your assets, protect your bank. That's what we do now. That's what we've gone to. We've gone to insanity. Number one, $250,000. No, number two, $250,000 a month for child support. I'm gonna say this. You're not a single mother. One, he will definitely be involved in those child's lives. Two, what happened to women going back to work now to take care of children? What happened to that? What happened to parents going to work to take care of children instead of now it's let's just depend off of our former spouses so we can take care of the kids? This is why I fully call for some repeals in child support. Child support has become a joke. Child support has become stupid. Child support has now enabled more gold diggers
Oh,
than
Sebastian is trolling tonight.
Okay,
Oh my
just keep
God.
the train on the track.
Yeah,
Keep the train on the
Sebastian
track.
Buggy.
Run your
Shoot.
message,
Sebastian
Sebastian.
Buggy.
You decided to lay with the individual. When you laid, when he spilled his seed inside of you and you
Oh,
openly
my God.
accepted it, you have to deal with all the consequences, man or woman, whatever it comes at. I'm tired of this nonsense of child support. I am actually thinking of
You
being
gonna stop
a member
that.
of Congress about this whole child support nonsense. It has become a joke. It has become a weapon that women think that they can just go to. This is stupid. This is absolutely stupid. This is the most dumbest thing I could ever think of. It all started with Jesse
Who have
Williams.
this man on child support?
It has all started with Jesse Williams. Now it has gone to this. $250,000. Sis, you could probably make that in a day at the strip club. Goodbye.
In my opinion, because Sebastian is
That's it, Diva.
losing
Move
it.
on,
But
Diva. Move on.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
a
First of all,
Let
me tell you something. First of all, child support is only a joke when it comes to these rich people. Okay, for us modern day people, child support is a joke in the sense that they don't take it serious enough. Yes, you should have a responsibility, but $250,000 for some kids that's 15, 16, and 17. Oh my God, lady, what the heck is you doing? Okay, like where in the world is Carmen San Diego? Because I need to know where she went because that's where your mind went with her. Okay, so where in the world? I'm gonna need you to go ahead and get you a job. Okay, put on your big girl drawers. You signed the prenup. You getting what you got. Okay, he said, get that truck, get your babies, and go on. I'll pay for your house for a year, and I'll give you the moving money. And I'll give you $30,000. Want to know what he said, Diva?
Go ahead, talk to me.
Just go ahead and get your stuff and be gone because you're not gonna get no $250,000. That man quit his job for this. Okay, no, he's not gonna give you a dime.
He did. He did.
He did. But listen. Christine also wants her 60-year-old ex paying for some of the children's basic care, including 100% of the tuition for their private schools, any extracurricular expenses.
So what is she gonna pay for with this $250,000 she asked for?
I'm trying to figure out, including sports and activities and all of the health care costs for the trio. Okay, that all adds up to quite a pretty penny. We're glad we're not footing the bill for all of this, they said. Okay, so she said that she's really giving him a break, because they used to going on lavish vacations to Caribbean, Hawaii, Colorado, as well as entertaining guests which requires caterers and chefs. So she's pretty much
that's what child support is not for. Child support is to fund your child, okay? Not for fund your lifestyle.
There's
a
not her
difference
no
between
more.
needing support and being greedy. This just sounds greedy.
Well, she wants them to have the same lifestyle. Don, what are your thoughts? Are we giving Christina $250K a month in child support?
Hell no. At this point, they need a forensic accountant to come and see about the lifestyle that has been going on since they've been together. $250,000 a month for anything is a lot of money,
Mhm.
let alone for 3 kids. This
It's
is going to be
outrageous.
her pocket change, because she already wants him to continue, like that article just said, the dinner parties, the shopping, the traveling, all of this stuff. He wants her, no, she wants him to pay for her lifestyle,
Mhm.
not the children. This is about her to continue shopping and waking up, getting her hair and makeup done and having lunch and all of that. No, I don't know. Are the kids going to boarding school? I mean, what's really happening here?
Mhm.
She needs to get up and cook. You don't need a chef.
Mm.
Like, I mean, child support is necessary,
Mhm.
but it is not meant to be put in your savings account. I
Right.
think child support should be actively spent on the child,
Absolutely.
and their activities or whatever it's for. It needs to be spent on the children and not to furnish your lifestyle that you couldn't afford before the marriage or after. That's why he got that prenup, and that's why it's going to it's ironclad.
It's ironclad. She's trying to, so that's how, so she knows she wasn't entitled to spousal support. So with the way she's trying to circumvent that with her lawyer is to up the ante on how much child support she get. But I mean, $250,000 a month, even I'm thinking that's excessive. Shan, what are your thoughts?
If it costs $250K a month to have children, I'm never, ever, 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 ever getting pregnant. I mean, okay, there's a difference. I feel like child support is necessary, like LaDon said, like, you're supposed to support your children, yada, yada, yada. But I feel like that's just greedy. $250K a month? Like, how much? Like, what? That's...
She doesn't want to give up her lifestyle. She doesn't want to give up everything that she's currently doing.
But at the same time, though, I think she's looking like, your ex got $80 million. I'm gonna see what I can get to, type of thing. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
But I feel like that's just being greedy. It's just to support her lifestyle.
Yeah. Chef Cab, your thoughts? We giving Christine $250K a month? She gotta take care of the kids.
Hell no, but I would take the chef's job. I wouldn't know what you're paying. Honestly, I mean, she's using this. She signed a prenup, and so she's trying to use this to cover that. But at the end of the day, you're a grown woman. Figure your life out. And how long you want to keep it up? Because I think the youngest is like 14.
The youngest is like 13 or 14.
13, yeah. So you're going to get that for what? Another 4 or 5 years? Then what?
Right.
Then what? You know
what
what I
I
mean?
mean? Figured if you getting $250K a month for 4 or 5 years, what is that, like $3 million a year?
Yeah, but I mean, okay, I agree with the pay for the kids' school.
Mhm.
That I agree with. The activities, and I think he would do that. I don't think any true man would keep their kids. Put them in public school now. I just don't think he's gonna do that. So in that asset, I think he's in that respect he's gonna do that. But the year is up.
Yeah.
And then you file for divorce.
Right.
I don't know why she filed for divorce, but you filed for divorce.
Mm-hmm.
So I know some prenups say you get this. It does say you may walk away with something. I don't know what their prenup says.
He wasn't playing. He wasn't going to lose that money like he did last time. It said that she gets $1 million, and he already gave it to her.
Well, take the $1 million and move to somewhere we could stretch longer. That's all I can tell you. You stretch that dollar. Hit that pole, pull out that resume. I don't know what to tell you. But from that standpoint, I mean, other than that, that's what it is. So for her to, it's just stupid to me. You know what I mean? And I want and she better not get there, because then who gonna pay her lawyer's fees?
Well, I'm sure she's gonna hit him up for that, right? I'm sure because what she did was we covered this last time, the first part of it. She actually used his credit card, and he balked about that. She actually used his credit card. It was unauthorized to pay $95,000 to her lawyers.
And so
it seems like she had no money herself, which you know what? It's a bad move. But that's a whole other.
Should have been stashing.
That part
she should have been stacking away. You better go. I'm gonna go ahead and get me this managerial job at Walmart. Do something. I don't know what to tell you. because this
Well,
is,
she could have
you know,
started a whole companies and all of that. The man
yeah,
is
she could have did something else.
yeah.
You know, she better jump on OnlyFans, but $250,000 with the kids. I mean, oh my God, what? Mm, I don't think billionaires pay that. You know,
I
maybe.
don't know. Well, who Dustin? What are your
Is
thoughts?
it
I'm
one
sorry.
quick question? Is it
Yes.
250 per kid she wants, or
No,
250
no, no, no,
total?
no. All together. All together.
Okay, okay.
All together. Yeah. Dustin, what are your thoughts?
I think it's too much money. I really do.
Mm-hmm.
I think that they can come to an agreement on a lesser amount for
Well, he
child.
said 30K. He wanted to pay 30K a month.
Well, that's better than whatever they was wanting to pay before, because I think that was way too much money for the and child support is supposed to be for the kids, not for her to go out and blow it. Basically, that's what I'm trying to say. I think that's way too much money, and I agree with the 30, whatever he was wanting to pay, but I think that was too much money that she was wanting.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't think she's gonna get it.
I don't think so either, because he has a team of lawyers. She has a lawyer. Adele, what are your thoughts?
Wait a minute. She
yes.
wait a minute. She don't
Ask
have a.
God
She doesn't have a.
and cover me what to say.
I'm sorry. Go
Okay?
ahead, Dale.
Yeah, say that
Say
again.
that. So I'm asking God before I say anything to minister my words and cover me when I will say this. The last time we had a conversation about this topic, I said this was my for her. Remember that? And my prayer was because of how he set up the prenup. My prayer was because of how he set up the prenup, that whatever she needs to get,
you did say
will
that
come through the child support and all of that extra that she will get. You should have asked 300,000, not just 248. And the reason why I'm saying that is this: Kim K, who's a billionaire, is getting $200 and something thousand. Period. Okay, and I'm saying this because the court has a thing that they have set up. It's not about it's too much. Oh, what are you gonna do with this for? They look at the area that you're living in. They look at the lifestyle that you've become accustomed to. Not the mom, the kids. They have all of these things that they already have in place for everybody. It doesn't matter who you are. It's like people used to say, "Whoa, why does these sports people get paid so much?" They get paid so much because there's a lot of money that comes in for those events. He works a lot of money, and there's a certain percentage that is laid it out for the kids. So it doesn't matter what our opinions are. It doesn't matter how we feel about it. We have to look at the facts and what's there and what's the rule and what's legal and how it works in the system. And if the system's not working, then we have to change it from there. He thought that he could keep her in her place by having this prenup, and that will be it. And I thank God that there's other rules and regulation in our society that says people are able to access this based on this and access this based on that. And that's it. Amen.
Amen, Adele. And we're not fighting tonight, but let me say this.
Well,
Let's say do have things in place in order, right? But what you have to hold on one second. What you have to understand is, though, yes, all courts have that, right? They don't want the kid to be in one household and it's like Disneyland. And then when they come back to the other household, for lack of a better word, they in the ghetto. They don't want that, right? But this chick is saying, I want $250K a month. If you go to Kim K's and what's his name? Kanye West deal.
Kanye.
It is not, he's not giving that money and still paying 100% of 5 kids, private school, insecurity, and all of that. Kim K's kids have security because everybody knows who they are. I don't know if this divorce didn't happen, I would have never really known what Kevin Costner's kids look like. I don't know if those kids are going to school with security. Kim K's kids, every last one of them has their own security going with them to school. And she claimed, which I can believe, they had to up the security because of Kanye West's antics. So as you stated, the courts will look at the whole scenario in order to make the case for how much money you're going to get or not get. So that's a whole nother ball game going on over there, because they are reality TV stars. And then you got Kanye West, who is uber popular out there in the world. And it's his 5 kids that we send into private school, this, that, and the other. Then you got Kevin Costner, where I believe the people in his neighborhood probably know who their kids are, but I don't picture their kids having to have security. Give me a minute, everybody. Have security go with them to school every day. And then this chick is saying, you're going to give me $250K a month and still pay 100% of everything for the kids. So my question is, where's the $250,000 going? You don't want to pay for healthcare. You don't want to chip in. And usually when they do the calculations that you're talking about, they put numbers in a mathematical problem and they say, okay, the mom could pay 50% of the insurance, the dad could pay 50, or the mom could pay 60, 40, or this, that, and the other. Very rarely do they just come out, unless you're at this level, and say 100%, 100%, 100%. This chick is just being greedy because she signed the prenup. He didn't make her sign that prenup. If I get married to someone and they present to me a prenup that I don't think is fair, kick rocks. We're not getting married. But I'm going to be fair to you, because you know what, like I said, me and my little townhouse over here, we getting a prenup. Because people are shady, messy. And let me tell you something. Everybody's good till you're not good. Everybody will sit in the face and tell you, nah, I would never do that to you. And then when the breakdown comes, you see a whole nother person.
Talk about it, Diva.
Come on now. So what I'm going to, this prenup is about when your feelings get involved and you're going to be too emotional, we're going to pull out this paper and say, remember when. So I walked into this with my townhouse. I'm going to leave with my townhouse. I walked into this with my 401k. I'm going to leave with my 401k. You ain't touching my 401k. You ain't touching my pension. You're not touching my savings account. You're not touching nothing. What we build together, split that thing up. But what I had before you came is what I will have when we leave, or else it's going to go down, okay? So all I'm saying is she signed that on her own accord. That's her business. You was good and grown when you signed it. You should have said in your head, like, I know I want to have children. I know it might be this. She wasn't a baby when she signed that paper.
Kevin Costner situation. Fortunately or unfortunately, your situation is more of like, you know, our situation. We're in this medium grounds where it's like we can say that easily. But he married.
No, let me just add this, Adele. Let me add this, Adele. I had someone come to me that had cash for days.
Right.
Days. Cash.
How old was he? No, I'm kidding. I'm joking.
Hand over
it's
fist.
A joke.
Yeah, I know. Hand over fist cash.
Okay.
I don't own my home. I pay a mortgage. Not only the home he lived in, but a whole nother home and money. And I still would sign a prenup. I'm not mad at you. Now, the only person I would not have signed a prenup with is my son's father, because we met in college. We both started out at ground zero. I wouldn't have signed no prenup then. We ain't had nothing, okay? But at this stage of my life, you know better, you do better, you're smarter. And that's why Kevin Costner, he was smarter. He got burned from marriage number 1. So marriage number 2, he was like, sign right here. I ain't gonna let it happen again. Hold on, let me go. I gotta go to no filter. No filter. What do you go ahead.
I'm okay with what I think what you're saying makes perfect sense. But what her job was in their marriage was to take care of the kids. She had a job. The thing is, she wasn't being paid as she goes along, because one of the things is we have to decide how we look at this thing. And this is a problem. How do you look at housewives and because for me, I look like she was working. Her job was in the house, yes. So those are the kind of things I'm thinking about when I'm saying what I'm saying. Thank you.
That's not a
You're
job though.
talking
Well, you can look at it any way you want
hold on,
to.
I gotta go to no filter. Hold on. But Adele, what you have to understand, if you was gonna be a housewife, you should have never agreed to sign the prenup. You shouldn't have decided that. So now you're screwed. His first wife signed nothing. And she made out like a bandit. She's sitting on $80 million. She got the house. She chilling. You signed. You messed up. Okay. No filter. Your thought.
Okay. Even though she was like the lady said just now that she was a stay-at-home mom, that was her job. I saw she was getting an allowance besides whatever it is, that they were going, so that she could have saved some money from that. But also she asked him, because like when he was doing Yellowstone, they had was to cut Yellowstone because like she asked him, okay, I need you to spend more time with me, blah, blah, blah. So he told them, listen, I'm not going to come back because I got to spend time with my family, blah, blah, blah. I got family situation going on. But you still went and filed for the divorce.
Talk about it.
Even though he did that.
Come on.
Yeah.
Come on.
Even though he did that, what it is you requested.
Right.
So obviously you knew that you signed a prenup. So what she should have done was tell him, listen, let us renegotiate this prenup every 2 years, every 3 years, because like you say, you're having kids, life is moving on. Nothing is the same. That's why some people say, okay, the prenup is going to be renewed every 5 years.
Yes.
So she should have done that where she could have put herself, now you're seeing how situation is going, in a better place, that now when you run down to the courthouse to divorce him, even though he did what it is you asked, you would have been in a better position and not asking for this amount of money.
Yep.
Even though, yeah, we know the courts say, but also you got to remember the court is fair. Even though the courts say, okay, you got to keep the child in the same lifestyle that it was in, they're still not going to give you, you might not get all that money that you're requesting. So what you're going to do if you don't get that money that you're requesting?
You screwed.
Right.
You
so
screwed.
she has to, right. So she should have think about all of this, have all her ducats in a row she knows she was going down to that courthouse.
Holla.
She should have known.
Holla.
And that's my point.
Yes. Yeah. You can't play checkers and be mad when somebody playing chess. You asked this, first of all, you were the entertainer, and the reason why these chefs are able to come to your house, the reason why you on a property surrounded by water and water and water, the reason why you get to fly to Hawaii and Colombia and all the other places you name is because this man works. You asked him to spend more time with you. He leaves his #1 show that all the fans love. I never watched it. People tell me I got to watch it. But if you mention Yellowstone, the people lose their mind. They love that show. And you ask him to leave because you need to spend some time. Girl, when the kids are on break, if he's filming Yellowstone, see, this is what these females need to understand. If your man does a job like that, and he's filming Yellowstone in a whole nother state or whatever, every weekend, because you got the money, you get on the private jet, you pack the kids up, we're going to go see daddy. And then Sunday night, you get back on the jet and you go home so the kids can get to school on Monday. But what you don't do is complain, honey, I don't see you. You figure out your life. I'm going to go call the private jet and fly to my man. Hey, babe, we here. And when he when he finished his 12 hours filming on the set, he gonna come back in the hotel room to me and the kids. Learn how to be a wife. Leo, what are your thoughts?
I think she got with him extremely young. And so I think she was very, very naive to what she thought things was going to be like once she got with him. I think he's a star. He's a Hollywood superstar. I think he made a lot of money, and I think he's difficult to live with. And it would have been cheaper to keep him because she could have negotiated her prenup. She could have done a whole lot of things. She could have stuck it out till the kids was grown. But then after he did what she asked him to do, she's still gonna go and divorce him and put up all this fight. She is sick of his shit. I mean, she is done. She is sick of him. She was young. She done grew up. Now she's a grown woman, and now she is done dealing with him. It's a bad move, but you signed a prenup, and unfortunately, you're gonna have to fight to get any other extras that you want to get from it. $250,000 is not a $250,000 is not a comparison to a lifestyle that she is used to. That is not. If she wants everything paid for and $250,000 is not comparison to a lifestyle. She is trying to get him back. She wants that money. There's whole other ways you can negotiate this. This does not have to be this way. He'll pay for the kids. He'll give her something else. He'll make sure she get a house. He'll make sure she is paid for. If you want to get gone, then get gone. But then negotiate that through terms that's more reasonable than that. I still find that outrageous.
It is, but you know what though? See, she's 49 and he's 68. And they've been married, I think they said, what was it, 18 years? Do the math on that. I'm trying to figure out how old she was when she married him. But
she was 30, 29 or 30.
She was 29, 30, yeah. Well, you know, she messed up. And you know what? We got to pay for our mess ups in life.
Moral of the story: if you're
Yeah.
with a rich
Are you
man, a
really
millionaire,
saying this,
whatever,
Diva?
make sure you always have your own just in case, right?
Or you
Because
don't
you
sign
never
a
know.
prenup. Or you don't sign a prenup.
Or you don't, right? Don't sign nothing, right?
No,
But
the
he does
moral of the
deserve to
story
get
is
child
learn
support.
what child support is for. Child support is for the support of the child. Okay, it's not to try to get you some marital or some spousal support, because that's what she's trying to do. She's trying to get spousal support and wrap it up into child support, and that's not what it's for. It's for support of the child, and each parent supposed to do 50-50.
But
That's
I
not
get what
But
Adele
look,
was
though,
saying.
in my
Adele was
opinion, though, wait a minute, hold on. So y'all talking about child support is only for the child, but here in the regular life, when you pay the light bill, the rent, the mortgage, the car payment, whatever that child support need to go to for our survival is what that child support go to. That's
Yes,
not
but Leo,
necessarily
she's
book
not. Oh,
bags and
listen,
food.
Leo. She's not asking. She's asking him to pay for the schooling. She's asking him to pay for the sports. But then on top of that, she wants $250 a month for child support. So what are you spending it on? What that got to do with the children support of living? It's not to support their extravagant lifestyle. It's to support the kids living. There are women out there that's dying to get child support, and we get $40 or $50 a month to take care of a child. And she's sitting up here talking about $250,000 for 3 teenagers that's damn near grown. That's ridiculous.
It is. It's
Okay.
ridiculous.
Hold on, guys. We got to move the train to the next stop.
y'all
Who
acting
knew that
bad.
tonight was going to be so heavy? Okay. We're going to move to the next stop. Now, Cory, Hardrict, you know, it's Father's Day. It's Father's Month. It's June, okay? So, you know, it's this month is for the men, and you know, he got hit a little hard too. Because, you know, Tia, he married her when listen, I'm not talking about this man, guys, so hold on to your seats. Don't come for me. But when he met her, he was broke. He had no money. She had the money. And so whatever happened with this judge, he's getting 0 spousal support, but he doesn't have to pay child support. They both agreed that they're going to pay the kids' expenses 50-50, and she got the house. But I believe that she bought the house and had the house before him. And so, you know what? I'm going to give it up to his brother. He didn't take her house from her. Okay? He didn't take her house from her. So let's talk about this real quick. Can you hear me? Wait, okay.
Yes,
So,
I can hear you very loud and clear. I'm just waiting to get you together, but okay.
Oh. Tia, Mowry will pay 0. Tia for the win. and spousal
Thank God
and
for
child
prenups.
support.
No. Ah.
For zero in spousal and child support after settling her divorce. The sister Tia Mowry has officially settled her divorce and will not pay a dime in support to her ex-husband, according to new legal documents obtained by the Blast. Mowry and Cory agree on a simple settlement that will allow each of them to help support their children together on an ongoing basis. Okay. In the following, the former couple agreed to share joint legal and physical custody of their two children. Specifically, the duo will split the costs associated with raising their family, including private school tuition and fees for extracurricular activities. Come on, you guys. Y'all are the example. Y'all did this thing right. Cute family. The famous actress is getting something in this deal that is quite valuable. In the agreement, Mowry will get full ownership of the family's home in Studio City. It should be noted that this house is worth $4.3 million. Okay, it's 4,871 square foot house. It's on 8,496 square foot lot. It's 5 bedrooms and 6 bathrooms. That's a nice home on a nice size lot. This home is currently off the market. It sold in October 2015 to Tia for $2,600,000. Okay, so it's a profit there. It should be noted it is possible Tia paid for the home and is just keeping it in their split. So you know what, Cory? I'm seeing you differently now. I like you, Cory, because you didn't try to take this sister's home. You knew you didn't put a dime into this home, and you left it with her.
Like Mark Daly. Shameful.
God bless you, Cory, and happy Father's Day. All right, he did the right thing, right? So now I want to tell you, I like this judge. I don't know who decided that the judge or these two together, but here's the clause that needs to go in every single divorce document. In the agreement, it has it has to do with new romantic partners. The former couple entered an entire explanation in the agreement for when and how you should be allowed to introduce a new person to the kids. Specifically, it states each party is restrained from introducing a minor children to a new romantic partner until the party has been in an exclusive relationship with the romantic partner for at least 6 months. Hallelujah. Tia, y'all did this thing right. I'm liking you now. Let me know when your next show comes out. I'm going to watch. It continues. Each party is further restrained from permitting his or her new romantic partner from spending overnights with the minor children or in their custody, okay, for at least 6 months. And they also, in this decree, they cannot speak negatively about each other in front of their kids or in earshot of their kids. And they have to make sure that all their family and friends do the same. That summarizes it. I'm going to give, you know what? A lot of divorces are happening in 2023. This one was done right. Give it up for Tia and Cory because they did the darn thing. And Cory, happy Father's Day because you did not take this sister's house. Sebastian, what are your thoughts?
My thoughts are this. We cannot be comparing apples to oranges. Tia's divorce and Cory's divorce are different from other divorces. Mm-hmm. They ended their marriage amicably, okay? Mm-hmm. Amicably. Mm-hmm. So therefore, obviously, the outcome was never going to be the same as these other garbage marriages we've seen that have been ending. Mm-hmm. They would have never been the same. So therefore, I don't know why people are so happy about the way things split. That's how the law should split things. They should make no people. If we have shared custody, we should not have to pay child support to any of us. Mm-hmm. That's how the law should make it. Okay. But I'm glad that they did end amicably. Because you know what? Because when it was all good, love and dovey, y'all, this is not for Tia and Cory. This is just in general. When it's all good, love and dovey, you all just wait. Y'all just get so mad at each other when it's divorced and start being messy. But y'all forget the good times. This is the problem. I'm glad they ended amicably. I personally believe that Tia only got the house because maybe she bought the house herself. Because I don't think if they bought the house together, she was going to get the house. Absolutely not.
He could afford though. He could afford because that was his
He could have
marital.
fought.
So we gotta
fought. Yes.
we gotta give it up to him. We gotta give it
We
up
have
to
to give it up to him. Not to him. We got to give it up to both of them because
Yes.
he is doing things that are just great, and he's starting to make his own money. This is the issue these days. Once you bring someone who is below you in a relationship, for
So
all
we'll
of
talk
a
about
sudden,
it, Sebastian. Hold on, Sebastian. Let me sit up. Come on now. Go ahead. Let me see if you're gonna say something right. Go ahead. I'm listening.
when they're below you, you're so happy and everything. But once they start reaching a higher level than you have a whole issue. You don't want to deal with them anymore. And a great example of this is Candy Burris as well. I said
Keep
what I
the train
said.
on the track.
I said what I said.
Oh Lord, diva.
I said what I said. I said what I said.
Diva, sit
Now
back.
Todd
Sit back. Don't sit up.
is becoming too much for Candy. Todd is becoming too much for Candy because Candy keeps thinking that because she's the one who put him in the face of the public and is now, that little push that helped him reach another
Bye,
tax
Sebastian.
bracket.
You on a whole nother
This is the
subject.
issue. Both
Bye,
of these, this is the problem. Women need to stop doing this. Women need to stop doing this. This is problematic. This is very problematic.
In my
opinion, once again, in my opinion.
Let's give props to Tia's dad, Tia and Tamara's dad, because he told them to get a prenup, okay? Because she met him on the bus stop, okay, and he ain't have nothing. So he should not have nothing now because he came in with nothing, he leave with nothing. I'm happy for her. Go ahead, girl.
All right now, Didon, your thoughts?
Now we got to keep that same energy for everybody. When you come in with nothing, you leave with nothing.
Amen.
I tried to tell Christine she ain't getting nothing either. Go ahead and leave with what you came with. Pack your duckies. You went to the courthouse. Pack your duckies and leave. No $250,000 for you neither.
But but not just her. With everybody. You come in with Wick, you leave with Wick. Okay. If that's the model that we're going with. No, but
not the Wick. Not the Wick. Not the Wick.
No, but in all seriousness.
Oh my God.
I like this judge, and I think these two are mature.
Yes.
To come to this understanding. What I like more or most about this separation and divorce is the introducing the new relationships to the kids.
Yes.
I think that is very important. And I think more people should take heed to this.
Yes.
And 6 months is a good enough time to see, if this is a person you want to introduce to your kids. It could be longer than that, but I think that's a really good caveat in that agreement. And one thing Sebastian just did say, outside of his trolling, was that because both of them have joint physical and legal custody of the kids, there's no exchange of child support.
Right.
And that's a good thing that they came to. And because both of them are now working, they can split the expenses of the kids.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah, I do. I think, all jokes aside, this is one of the more mature breakups or uncoupling that we have seen thus far.
Take notes, Melody Holt. Take notes, Melody and Martell Holt. Take notes.
You speaking facts. You speaking facts, Sebastian. Absolutely. And introducing the kids to somebody new right off the bat is one of the most messiest. It's messy. Shan, what are your thoughts?
I'm happy for her. Now we saying yay prenup. I feel like I'm contradicting myself because I was like, no, I'm not signing nothing but for the girls' side. Listen, y'all could call me out later, but I'm happy for her. I think I'm glad, everything worked out for her. And shout out to him, like you said. I'm so glad he's not being a Mark Daly, aka a BITCH,
right?
Trying to take what you worked hard for. The girl has been working since she was a child on Sister.
Come on.
She built that house. It's her house, and I'm glad she gets to keep it. And you know what? He came in the relationship broke, allegedly.
Mhm.
But I feel like he's not leaving broke because I'm sure being with her allowed him to step into certain rooms. So what he should have done was take
Right.
advantage of those rooms and those people that she knows and, you know, get himself out there. He
I'm
does
gonna be
some work.
honest with you. I think he was home taking care of the kids. That's
I
just
was watching my friend's video and he
Uh-huh.
was saying how the husband, Tia's husband, should have got something because he was home taking care of the kids. But that's a whole nother subject.
Yeah,
Okay.
I feel that way too. I'm not gonna lie, and for that, you know,
It's
that-
If
sticky.
he was a
But
girl,
I
we
feel
would
like
say
they
another
did it
thing,
very
though.
classy.
it's
And
sticky.
they did it in a classy.
If he was a woman, we would have said another thing. We would have said, "Oh yeah, he should get something because he was home taking care of the kids."
Yeah, we
But you know
would
what?
because it's
Because it's a
different.
guy.
No,
Because
it's
it's a guy.
different. Because it's different.
That's what.
Yeah,
Keep the
no,
pain
but
on the chest.
Sebastian, I'm not being unfair.
That's
here.
why I just say you
I
have to
do
call me out
feel
later.
I do feel that if he was home taking care of the kids, but again, it shows the
I think he
maturity
was
of the whole
working.
situation, right? Because I also think there was more going on as to why they broke up. And so maybe he just was like, you know what? I'm gonna take the right road in this situation.
Yep.
I'm sure he works. He was in the Nicki Minaj video like a couple months ago.
Yes, he recently started working, but I really feel like he was holding it down with the kids.
But he was probably holding it down and spending her money, so I feel like it worked out, right?
Well, I'm looking at his IMDb. He's been in quite a few movies, and
Yeah.
he's a regular on
Yeah,
All
he has
American.
some television shows. I seen him on
on
other
Netflix.
shows.
Works. I'm sure he
Okay.
has some coins. He probably doesn't have her coins, but he's gonna be okay.
Yeah, he's definitely gonna be okay.
Yeah.
Chef Cav, what are your thoughts?
Okay, the name is Sterling Shepard. He's a wide receiver for the New York Giants. Has the exact same divorce. So this is nothing new. He married a supermodel. They had the exact same divorce. Everything you read, from no overnight guests to no child support because she got her money, he got his money. So this is nothing new. The thing is that they're not, how do you say, they love the kids more than they might be angry at each other. So that's what it looks like. They put the kids first. And not to make a messy divorce, you know what I mean? They're public figures and they figured it out. And so, like, he had his house before me. He's on the what's that show? Homecoming. He's a regular on Homecoming. So he has a job, So he's doing his thing. You know what I mean? So it was a smart thing to do. So he got her, she got her stuff. You take what you got, I take what I leave with, and we go our separate ways, and we just take care of the kids. So it's simple.
Well, too bad it's not that simple with everybody. We just saw that with Kevin Costner, right? So that's why I'm saying that although this may have happened in other divorces, it doesn't happen. It's not the norm in Hollywood. In Hollywood, not even just Hollywood, just in general, it gets ugly. And so when somebody does the right thing, to me, give it up to them. They took the high road, and more people need to take the high road and think about the kids. So I'm still giving them kudos because you know what? It gets ugly with a lot of these people. You see, this chick signed a prenup and she's still trying to buck the system. Dustin, what are your thoughts?
I think that she needs to get her prenup and get the money, and she needs to figure out a different way. This ain't the right way to go. I don't think it is. The right way to go at all.
Bless you.
Thank you.
Bless you, Diva. And this ain't the right way to go at all, and I need to figure out a way, and I need to get it going on right direction.
He's talking about Tia now.
Yeah, I know. That's okay. I'm Shan. Thank you, Dustin. No Filter, your thoughts?
Oh, I'm sorry, Diva. I'm sorry.
You okay. You okay.
Somebody else.
Okay, yeah, I agree, that they handle it in a mature way than most of Hollywood people would do. Very rare you would see stuff like that. So I am glad for them as a family.
Yes, so am I. Leo, your thoughts?
I think that he also agreed to whatever terms that they agreed to because he is a stand-up guy. I'm not necessarily in 100% agreement, Diva, that he just stayed home and took care of the kids. I do remember reading some of her Instagram posts. Well, let's just say he was a good father, but he did not participate in the marriage in the level that she wanted or she needed or she grew into and he did not grow into.
Gotcha.
I think just like Chef Kev said, this boils down to the children, even though they feel like they don't need to be together. I think it boiled down to they want to make sure they can make this a smooth transition for the children as best as they can. And I also believe that these two humans genuinely loved each other.
Yeah.
Me too, Leo.
And what's the point of creating this beautiful family? Because if you look at them family pictures, Steve, that's a beautiful family.
Yeah,
it's a beautiful family. So I say, why not drag our stuff through the mud? Why not? Whoever feel like they need to take the hit, this man stuck up a stand-up guy and took the hit. Would he probably been able to get child support? I'm sure, but you get more flies with honey. Yeah. I can't never imagine that he will find himself in a tight situation, him being the father of her children, a man she was married to for 14 years, and if he needed a couple of dollars on the sly, she would not go ahead on and hand them over to him because she and him did not make this divorce hell.
Right. I agree with you.
Because I would do that.
I
would do that.
Yeah. As long as you didn't drag me through the mud, I got you. It's a wrap between us, but you know what? It's okay because we got these kids here.
It's okay.
I hear you. Adele, what are your thoughts?
I agree with her. I they're breaking up, but for some reason I feel the love between them. I think that's the difference in this situation. And I'm not saying that other people don't love each other, but there's different kind of love. I feel like that he would still be in the marriage if she wanted it, kind of, but maybe if she didn't decide to move on. And I also saw that he's been doing much better than he was before, and I think that probably has a lot to do with her and what she did for him. So I'm just grateful that they're able to be at a place where, you know, they're not trying to destroy each other just because they're together anymore. And that's what I love about this.
Yes. So this is a good example. And maybe they could write a book and help others because it really is. And I do agree. I feel like they still got a lot of love for each other, but just no longer can be husband and wife. What did you say here? They made grown people moves. They sure did. They sure did. They sure did. And for that, we commend them. We're going to close this thing out with the last mention. It's a rumor that has strong possibilities of being true, and I'm shocked. Remy Ma and Papoose have a hip-hop love story. I rarely ever in my life seen a man that had a chick that did time behind bars and he stood by her. It's a rare sighting. Now the opposites happens all the time. You got chicks that their man is doing life and they still standing by them, doing life with them, and you like, are you crazy? But this man, not only did he stand by Remy Ma when she got sentenced to 8 years, the first year, every single day out of her own mouth, this man came to see her. And the whole visiting hours, I think when I read it, visiting hours, let's say it was from 8 to 2:30 or 3:30, he stayed there the whole time. They were scheduled to get married before everything went down with her. And they was going to get married at Rikers. And he came to Rikers. First of all, let me back up to the court. When she got sentenced in the court, he told them, lock me up, not her.
Oh my God.
That part. Then he was yelling at the victim saying, all you want is money. Now this victim, she got pow-powed in the abdomen. She had some issues or whatever. There was 2 different stories told. One story was that Remy just took the pow out because they was arguing over money that allegedly the victim took from her. And Remy Ma took the pow out, powed her in the abdomen, and just walked away. They said the woman almost was unalived. So Remy Ma didn't call the popo, the ambulance, nobody helped this woman. Now, Remy Ma's story was that her and the girl was tuggling back and forth and it went off by accident. Doesn't matter whether that's true or not, because she got sentenced to 8 years. She did 6 years and came out. They ended up getting married, but one day, Papoose, like when she first got arrested, before they got married, he went there. What they said was a key that can unlock handcuffs. What was he? Was he going to try to break her out or let her? That's what Papoose did. Papoose held everything down while she was away. So when she got out, she had a soft place to land. Many people don't have that. She had him. And so her life was the same from when she left to when she came back home because of Papoose. And so now the rumors is because she has this thing that she do with battle rap artists. She's being accused of, having relations with the guy. And Papoose saw the guy, and a witness said that, he put his hands on the guy. Now, I'll go around really quickly. Sebastian, what are your thoughts? And we're going to keep it short and sweet. Do you think Remy Ma is cheating on Papoose?
I will say this. If she is, I'm not God. Well, number one, I'm not God. I don't see everything that's happening. Mm-hmm. So I cannot believe that it is happening or that it is not happening.
Fair.
But I will say this, though. Remy, if you are cheating on this man, Remy, there is a special place in the deepest crevice of hell for cheating on a man who visited you while you were in jail, and he did not have to because y'all were not married. He had no responsibility to you.
Now they got married. They got married while she was. They got married while she was away because he also came in. They had husband and wife visits.
Then Remy, if you did this, and I think she has 2 kids for him.
She has 1 kid for him. So she had a son that was 7 when she went down, and was about 13 when she came out.
Wasn't she pregnant not too long ago?
I don't know that. I don't know. And
but
only reason why I'm going to say I hope not is because there's rumors that she was messing with this young buck, and I hope. Well, and go ahead, just really quickly finish your thoughts.
If you cheated on this man, Remy, I lost all the respect for you.
Yes.
I don't care anything that happens to you. If you were to be sent back to jail,
come on now, don't do that.
It is what it is. Because there's no way in hell should you cheat. Because this man could have cheated on you while he was up in cell block 9. But no, he did not. He stayed faithful. Yeah. And you did that.
Yeah.
How y'all deserve the deepest punishment. Faithful? Were y'all with him 24/7?
Because the streets wouldn't be speaking.
Yeah. Come on now. 7 winters and 6 summers. Come on now, Shan. You know what?
No, Emmanuel said it. I'm just laughing at it.
Okay. No, because Emmanuel know what he's talking about. Because she said the way she kept time when she was locked down was by the seasons. And she spent 7 winters and 6 summers behind those bars, and Papoose was there with her. 7 winters and 6 summers, and she falling for a young buck. In my opinion, what are your thoughts? In my opinion, you there?
Let me tell you something. We know Remy. Well, I'm gonna say allegedly then, since y'all don't know. But the video is out there on YouTube. She definitely cheated,
You
and boy
breaking up,
was
Mahoney. Or
that
is it
hit!
me?
Boy was that hit amazing. Okay, they showed the hit on YouTube. That boy
Did
was
y'all
out like
freeze?
a light. Yeah, Papoose knocked the man. It was amazing. You know what? Here's the thing. Don't make a bed that you don't want to lie in.
Mm. The Don.
When you get a good man, you don't know how to treat him.
Mm.
When you
Yeah.
looking for a good man, you can't find one. Ain't that
Mm.
what y'all say? So
Don't do that. Don't do
I
that.
just, I just don't understand the concept. This man literally sacrificed his entire life for Remy. He could have been out there living his best life,
Mm-hmm.
but he literally sacrificed his life. And I mean, that's what you're supposed to do when you're in love and you're a couple.
Mm-hmm.
But he literally did it,
Yeah.
and to do that, and we of course we don't know all the going on, with their marriage, but it's just if you know anything about hip hop culture and those two, you know that Papoose held Remy down.
Woo.
I mean, for years.
Mm.
Every interview he did, he mentioned his wife.
Yeah, he sure did.
When Remy was out here with the purple hair before anybody had it, Papoose
Mm.
was holding her down.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
we don't, we got to get credit where credit is due, and I just hope it's not true. But the rumors, I've been looking at it online, and the rumors looks like it's pointing that it is true.
Mm-hmm.
So get it together, Remy. Papoose,
Woo.
get the daughter.
Yeah, because listen, she didn't say nothing about to him the Father's Day. She remembered it. She put a memory up for his birthday late. Remy, say it ain't so. Shan, what are your thoughts?
I mean, I've heard the stories that he held her down and all that good stuff, but who knows what happened, right? But allegedly, I don't know. But what I'm saying is, I hope she's not cheating on him, because from the outside, he does seem like, a good guy. He stays out the media. He's always, propping her up and everything. He seems like soft spoken and, calm, all that good stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So I hope it's not true, but who knows? And I want to adjust the comment, okay? This is just a FYI, since we taking the train all over the place, off the track. Remy did not end Nicki Minaj, okay? So for you people in the comments saying that, cough, cough, Emmanuel. No, she did not.
Chef Kev, your thoughts?
Wow. Felipe said it best. It takes a fool to learn that love don't love nobody. Oh, it's sad, because this is how you end up on the episode of Snap.
Right.
Snap.
this is how you end up on episode.
I'm with you when you're right.
Look, he even, I think it was Fat Joe who said he was surprised on how he held it down. He was impressed on what he did as a man, and he had a lot of props from men and women in the hip hop community for what he did.
Mm-hmm.
And for you to go out like this, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
People, and he seems like the type of guy who would forgive her. That's the thing. He seems like the type of guy who would forgive her.
You're
But
right. You're right. I feel that.
you don't. I mean, here you are, and it's out there. It's bad enough you're cheating. Now it's out there, so it makes him look bad. It makes you look bad as well.
Mm-hmm.
But it makes you. This is a man who held you down. I mean, it's messy all around. But I'm actually sad about it. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
That's like a couple I rooted for.
Yeah.
Seeing what he went through, watching his interviews, and you know, and you know, he literally would stay in a hotel by the jail.
Yep.
So
Come
he
on,
can go and
tell the
come
story,
back. Like
Cass. Tell the
this
story, Cass.
this is what you do. I'm telling you from experience. Not only men, women are not faithful when you go to jail. I tell young guys all the time, get locked up, think you're gonna be faithful. I know a lot of you come out, man, please. So you got one. Like my man said, you know, women say all the time, you can't find a good man. You got one. You got the gem. You found the needle in a stack of needles.
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
Mm-hmm.
And then you gonna do this. Just like you go at men. When men find the right woman. You know, you found that one. And then this is how you treat them. So to me, I mean, was it worth it?
Mm.
You know, was it worth it?
Mm.
So you know, it's sad. So that's all I gotta say on that one.
Yeah. Dustin, I don't know if you know these people. Any thoughts on this conversation?
I know of Remy Ma, and I want to say it's a sad situation, and that's all I'm going to say tonight.
I appreciate it. Thank you. No filter. What are your thoughts?
I'm sad. If she really did do that, I am really sad because I always admire them as a couple.
Yes.
What they have been through, you know, when they showed them on Love and Hip Hop New York, and she talked about how he held her down even when she was trying to push him away. He was still there, you know, he wasn't moving, he wasn't budging. So if she did that, it's really sad.
Mm-hmm.
It really, really is.
Yeah.
Can I say something real quick, Diva?
Of course you can.
Remy Ma actually recently, there's reports that she may be on the Real Housewives of New Jersey, because DJ Envy's wife may be on it too, and DJ Envy's wife Gia is friends with Teresa, and Remy Ma would come on as Gia's friend.
Well, you know, none of that matters right now. What matters right now is
if she does come on, she has to be held accountable. They have to ask her these questions. And I don't want the culture, my kin, to start saying, why are they asking Remy Ma these questions? Is it because she's black? No, it needs to be asked because your behind was incarcerated and your man was coming to do those visits that he didn't even have to do.
Yeah, he married on jail. This is the guy that allegedly, thank you, that allegedly, you know,
Bless you, Diva.
Thank you so much. That allegedly, you know, she, you know, is hanging with, doing the deed with her artist. And
wait,
listen,
what video was, in my opinion, talking about? Because I'm nosy.
There's a. I'll go back to it. Let me get to these other people real quick because you know I have my time. You're fine. You're fine. Adele, what are your thoughts?
Hello.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Sorry.
Okay.
I feel sorry for her. I really do because what I'm gonna keep it equal and to the point. Like when men do stuff like this, the whole point I look at is that there's a self-esteem issue in them, and that's what I'm gonna give to her. There's something in her that can't live up to what she has right now. Because us looking in on her relationship, it's like something that you should treasure, and instead you're destroying it, which is very sad.
Very sad. Very sad.
I pray for them. Like the other person said, he seems like a kind of guy who would forgive. So I hope if he does forgive, she understands, you know, that it's a second chance for her to get it right.
Yeah, you know, now that I'm of the age that I am, I want to say this. I feel like once they cheat, keep walking and don't look back. I know it sounds crazy. That's just my thought, and I'm not saying I'm right. But I'm saying that to get over the hurt and the pain of how they let go everything that you had in the family to be with somebody else, I don't know if it's worth it. I would forgive them so I could co-parent well. I don't know if I could ever get back with him. Emmanuel, what are your thoughts? Wait, I'm sorry, Emmanuel. Before I come to you, Leo, what are your thoughts?
I do. I once again, I also, feel so sorry for this couple. And I think that this is a situation of, like Adele did say, I feel like it may be a self-esteem issue with Remy.
Mm-hmm.
And somebody who has experienced this, because I am of age, and he probably did knock this dude out because of some relationship that they may have going on that might be inappropriate.
Mm-hmm.
But I do not want to go all the way in, because I don't think anybody's seen 10 toes down, 10 toes up on these people.
Mm-hmm.
They might have seen a relationship that might have looked like it was overly friendly, but I don't think nobody's seen them doing the deed. Is this correct?
That is correct. But what happened, how it all started was, there was a girl that was allegedly at the event where this went down and said that Papoose walked up to the guy, had words with him, and literally knocked him out for real. Like the guy got knocked out.
So that's what I understand too. So I still feel like relationships are hard.
Yes.
Even though, Diva, you say that if that's the cheating happens, done, walk away. I've done that too. But the same thing is, I still don't believe in my old age that the cheating is the worst thing you can do in a marriage. I don't believe it's the worst thing you can do. I don't believe that it's something that's not recoverable. And I mean that with men and women.
Mm-hmm.
I don't believe it is the worst thing that can happen in a relationship. Is it bad?
Mm-hmm.
Is it terrible? If it's grounds to leave, absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. Gather your things and go.
Mm-hmm.
If that is what you want to do. But It's been so many marriages that's been successful through a cheating. So I don't think that if she's serious about leaving Papoose, then she need to leave him. Is my point with her. She need to leave him. And the question that you asked was, do you know any couple where the woman had to lay it down and do a bid and the man stood by her for 6 years? I know no couple of no such thing in my 51 years of anybody doing that. I don't know anybody. People, do you?
No, ma'am. No. You know what? I'm gonna let what you said marinate in me. I just feel like listen, in life, right? I don't care who you are, what couple you are, how good you look, don't look according to the world, whatever. I don't care about none of that, right? But because you're always going to see somebody that you be like, oh my God, that person cute, whatever. But it's like, if you sat there with me and we built all of this up, and you let some, I don't know. I gotta let that marinate, Leo. I'll come back to you on that one another day, right?
Okay.
But like I say, and don't get me wrong, I have stayed. Let me tell you something. I have stayed at the situation like that. And I look back and I was like, you know what? Never again. Never again. But let's move on. Emmanuel, what are your thoughts?
Let me just say this. I was rooting for Remy Ma for the longest time, especially because I was like, you know what? Her past is in the past. I was rooting for her. She was on Love and Hip Hop. I was like, she's going to, reamp her career. And I love seeing both of them all the time. They would do interviews. They would be together. They were on Wendy Williams, The Real. And they just had a kid. Like, the baby is like maybe 3. Like, it's really recent. But let me say something that
they had another one after the Golden Child.
No, I think that's the only one. Yeah.
Okay.
I want to say something that some people are gonna find controversial, but it hurts more when a woman cheats on a man than the other way around.
100%.
Because a man,
Absolutely.
they're both bad. They're both bad. Don't get me wrong. But a man can just go, hook up with a person and that's it. For a woman to have a husband and a child and cheat, it's too much, because that's an emotional.
Like my mama said, a man cannot stand his own medicine.
Nope.
I think it's worse, but that's what I wanted to say.
No, I agree with you. Rarely, I was gonna say too. Rarely have I seen a man stay when the woman has cheated, but plenty of women stay after the man has cheated.
Right.
Yeah, it's
Because when a woman cheat, it's more emotional and not physical. Where like a man will cheat, maybe like physical.
Not necessarily.
Not
A
all
man
the
is
time.
capable of cheating without having feelings for the
Right.
person that they
Mhm.
cheated with. A woman
Women
is
do that
not.
too. Women do that too.
And
Yeah,
let this be. Oh,
go
sorry.
ahead. No, go ahead.
Let this be a lesson when you have a spouse. All these female friends and male friends. This is why I don't agree with it.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
wait a minute
So
now.
so
agree
men and women can't be
100%,
friends.
Emmanuel.
No, that's
Oh,
not
that's a
right.
whole nother book.
100%.
Whoa.
Emmanuel is
A
right
woman and a
100%.
man can be friends just fine.
Shut
Okay.
up,
Yeah.
Diva.
Let me
Get
say
it
I have a
right.
this.
boyfriend.
Let me say
We're
this.
friends, Emmanuel.
Right, but let me tell you the difference. You can absolutely have be friendly with other people, but there's a difference, especially when you're married. There's no reason whatsoever why you should be having a friend of the opposite sex and spending alone time with them. No.
What are you smoking on?
You
Right.
absolutely not. That's
Now let me
disrespectful.
Get him in my
Hold
opinion.
on, guys. When Emmanuel, when you say a long time, what do you mean?
For example, okay, let's say I'm married, right?
Uh-huh.
My wife can't be having dinner with her and some dude.
That's your own insecurity. Okay.
No.
Hold on. Let's hear what he said. Go ahead.
Just like I can't have dinner with some other female, especially they don't know. No, it's bound to happen. Trust me. Almost every friendship, with it's a man and a woman, one of them catches feelings.
Lies.
I promise.
Lies.
I promise you.
Always
Especially
lies.
friends.
You can't promise me nothing.
Like why are you friends?
Emmanuel, don't back down, Emmanuel. You're saying the
I'm
truth,
not.
Emmanuel. Don't back down.
You got it.
Don't back
I
down.
got a male friend. Me and him been friends for over 25 years. Stop it. We don't feel none of that. No, stop it.
You don't know that?
You don't know.
I do know that.
Are you in his pants when he's sitting near you?
This is all I want to say, Emmanuel, is I'm on the fence. I'm on the fence for what you're saying, because if you are of the mindset that you're never going to do anything, it doesn't matter what the other person feel or don't feel. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Right,
Somebody could want me, but if I'm not going to cheat on my man, you could want me all day long. You can talk to me. You can ask me. You ain't going to break me, because I'm not going to cheat on my man. But what I will say to you though is that it is a strong possibility that that person is feeling something, and maybe because they know your stance, they won't say anything. They will stay in line.
Absolutely.
But I won't disagree with you that maybe sometimes they might be feeling something, because I had a situation, a long-time friend, and I never knew until they told me, and I was like, oh. So we was good friends, but I will tell you at the time, my mate did not like them because my mate told me, you don't see it, but they want you.
Exactly. And let me tell you this, that male friend, he is waiting for you to slip. I promise you, if you do anything, he's gonna go. I promise.
I totally disagree.
Said that. He said a man is your friend until you give him the opportunity to be more. He's just waiting for you to say, just letting him.
Don't believe my good friend Rob is after me. No. He a good white man.
Okay, so listen, guys, we wait overtime. The train is late. We're gonna close this thing out. I'm going around everybody. The question is, can a male and a female be friends and just friends? No filter. What are your thoughts?
Yes, a male and a female can be friends only. Yes, I agree.
Okay. No filter said yes. In my opinion, can we just be friends?
Absolutely.
Okay. We got 2 yeses. Leo, can we just be friends?
Yes, absolutely. In my real life, it's got to be true. That man, 27 years I've been friends with that man. He cannot possibly be wanting me. He got a wife, grown kids. I cannot.
Adele, so far we got 3 yeses. Yes or no?
From the female side, yes. From the male side, no.
You see.
Emmanuel, yes or no?
Absolutely not. Why would you want to put? Why are you playing with fire? Why are you putting yourself in dangerous waters? No. What you have a spouse. Why do you need another male friend? No, absolutely.
If my friend is there before you, my friend gonna be there.
Right.
Okay, hold on, guys, because
We
I'm
were
closing
friends.
out. We have to pick this up tomorrow. But the Don, yes or no?
We all can be friends.
He said we all could be friends. Dustin.
I don't know if he's being sarcastic or
No, because
No,
what I
we
mean by that
all
is
can be friends. He got to be his friend too.
Yeah, it's important that if you have if my wife has a male friend, it's important that she introduces me to him and not keep me separate from him. Yeah.
That's true. That's true. We are all friends.
That is a big difference. That's true.
No,
that's true.
Let me tell you something. In my situation, I did. But he kept swearing to me 10 toes down. He was like, you do not see it. And I'm like, no, we've been friends forever. But anywho, Dustin, yes or no?
Yes.
Friends?
Yes.
There you go. Boom. Shan, yes or no?
yes. And I'm gonna be real quick, but that's like Tabitha Brown. She made a video how her man can't be around other girls. If you're my man and I have to watch everything you do, we have a problem. Because if somebody want to cheat on you, even if they don't have any friend of the opposite sex or whatever, right? They're gonna cheat on you. They're gonna find a way. So I'm not into babysitting men. You could have, because I have guy friends, and I tell my boyfriend about my guy friends, like, oh, can you believe like Royer said this? That we was talking about Real Housewives, like. Just like example, like, you know, I think it's perfectly okay, but I agree with what the Don said. I feel like you should know each other. You should know about each other. There shouldn't be no secret friendship.
Yeah, no secret friendships. And you know what, Shan? I'm not watching nobody. I'm not babysitting.
I'm not watching nobody either. I ain't got
I'm not running behind you. No, we're not doing that. Juice Radio and Talk Show, you are absolutely correct. I love that idea. We got to talk tomorrow. Yes, we do. We got to define what is friends, what is love. Sebastian, what are your thoughts? Can we be friends?
Listen, I'm going to say this and people are going to scream, but it's too bad. I don't care.
Oh my God. Let me type in Lord Sebastian.
Okay. First, I want to say this.
Yeah.
I love everyone. So please take my message well.
Sebastian been trolling all night.
Go ahead, Sebastian, because we get ready to close out, Sebastian. Go ahead. Say what you got to say.
If you are married, there is no reason for you to be having close relationships with people of the opposite sex. You are putting yourself in temptation. You are putting yourself in temptation. You are putting yourself at the most vulnerable point. I'm talking about men and women. You're putting yourself at the most vulnerable point.
Right.
You're putting yourself
when
at the most
y'all
vulnerable
live some
point.
life,
Sebastian. So every single friend of the opposite sex that I knew before my mate, I gotta cut them off because I'm getting married.
That part.
No, not cut them off, but you're just gonna have to like put some limits on the relationship, like on that friendship. You're gonna put some. You have to put some limits. You have to put some
boundaries.
Limits because you want to know why?
As a mature person, you had a friendship, but you don't talk about
God bless whoever you get in a relationship with. That's all I'm gonna say.
Most marriages fall in terms of cheating when these friendships happen, when these close with the opposite sex happen. Ask Marge Josephs, because she's one of those people who done it.
Or ask Simone.
We're not talking about these heathens. We talking about real people. Okay?
Right.
Simone don't like Tammy.
Listen, guys.
Speak on it. Speak on it.
With y'all tonight. I'm not cutting off all of my friends of the opposite sex when my mate come along.
Right.
Either you trust me or you don't.
Either you
if
trust
I
me
say I'm going to
that
be
part.
faithful to you, stand by that. And don't worry about which percentage of my friends are males versus females. And I'm not going to cut the males or the females off. I'm stronger than that. I'm bigger than that. And if I was going to cheat on you, it don't matter if all my friends are girlfriends. A cheater is a cheater.
Right.
Diva, it's not about trust. Every human being has temptations. Look, Adam and Eve.
Stop
They
it.
ate the apple.
Stop it.
They ate the apple.
Stop it.
Even though they had all the other fruits, they still ate the apple.
Oh
Good
my
night,
God.
y'all.
Insecurity.
Listen, guys, it's been a train ride, all with a train ride, and we didn't put Brian McKnight on here tonight. We will connect them on trending topics tomorrow night because we got.
That's going to be interesting. I can't wait for that one.
Yes, we're going to add in the trending topics because we got to update. He's still in the streets with the foolery, the straight foolery.
Wow.
Listen, my thing is, guys, if you don't trust yourself, don't get married. That's it. That's all.
Amen to that.
Amen. Amen. All right. Good night,
Praise the
everybody.
Lord.
Thanks for taking the train ride with me. I'll see you next time.
Good night, Diva.
Hit
Love
that
you.
like button. Good night, everyone. Good night, Dustin. Good night, everyone. Bye.
Bye.
Good night.